Episode 163. Today we recap the series win over the Arizona Diamondbacks and preview the upcoming series against the San Diego Padres. You're listening to the Bucco Banter podcast, brought to you by the Just Baseball Media Network. Cue the music.
Rockin' 101, she compliment my taste. Whiskey in my lemonade, cause I like the way it tastes. Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates. Order steak by the plate, send in case after case. Run my race at my pace, clear the grass of the snake.
Welcome back to another episode of Bucco Banner, and we are in good moods today because we have a reason to be. 19 runs in 2 days. I'll tell you what, man, what a good start to the road trip. The boys got a day off, and they get to spend it in one of the best cities in the country, in San Diego, before they take on the Dads. It's a good start to the road trip.
19 unanswered runs, some late night bucking. Those games, I've mentioned it before, I'll say it again. West Coast games suck. Make them illegal. It's terrible. It's so bad for my body, but when you're scoring 7 runs in the 8th inning, it's impossible to fall asleep. I had no idea what was happening.
I didn't even see I didn't see the second half of last night's game. I fell asleep pretty quickly, but I'll tell you what, the CDC put out a warning today about this new strain of the virus called Bucco fever. If you have a fever, I highly recommend you take the advice of renowned doctor and infectious disease expert Jimothy Rosati Fauci. So just an FYI.
What's the cure? More runs?
Yeah, it's contagious. More runs, more hits, more barrels. I think that's the only thing that can cure this virus.
It's the first time this year where I've just seen guys passing the baton to one another, just hit after walk after, air stuff going our way that usually doesn't go our way. It seemed like it was just falling that way the entire series, minus game 1 where they got shut out for the 9th or 8th time this year. And then just a total turnaround in games 2 and game 3. You saw Paul Skeens absolutely dominate 6 2/3. It was refreshing. And the best part about this series, there's two things that really stand out to me. Brian Reynolds, June is coming.
It's coming. Brace yourselves.
June's coming. He's heating up. And Henry Davis. Let's start the discussion now. And I know it's all over the place, but Henry Davis should be the everyday catcher right now. And I know Joey Bart, we're about to announce Joey Bart went to the 7-day IL, and he's back with the big league club. Those are your 2 big headlines of the week. But Henry Davis is your best defensive catcher right now. He's your best option for the run game. When him and Skeens are the battery, good luck taking a bag. It's too fast, too much, too quick. And he's starting to hit. He's starting to barrel. He doesn't look lost at the plate. He had a double the opposite way. He had a home run to left center field. He looks good right now. He's getting more reps.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna be negative for a second because I'll just be for a second.
God,
I know, because I know we tend to be too negative on this show, but Henry Davis apparently, and I don't know if you heard this, and I didn't catch the full clip, but there's a drill that Adam Frazier showed him, and they're saying that it really unlocked something with Henry Davis. Okay, and my question is, how does one drill that Adam Frazier unlock Henry Davis, and the Pirates have failed to do so in 4 years?
Do you think he had Davis step in the box and then he just turned his head slightly to the right and he was like, hey, there's all this area over here that you can go hit to? And he's like, oh, holy shit.
Well, he's still pulling the ball. The swing still looks, from my perspective, and you're more of the hitting expert, it still looks pretty much the same as it has, but he does seem to be sitting on the ball longer.
Right.
That's exactly something that I've noticed. Like, he seems to be more comfortable in the box, sitting on the ball longer. And I think this drill obviously played a part. I'm not saying that Adam Frazier unlocked him, but I think it's a mixture of whatever he told him, and also just reps and comfortability. Like we see it when we're on the field. Like Henry Davis looks more relaxed and comfortable. I don't know what Henry Davis normally looks like, but from what I've heard, he's very hard on himself. He's very competitive. I like what I see from Henry, man, and I love it. We've talked about it 100 times. The evolution of Henry Davis has been something to see, because he came out of college as a bat first guy, and now he became this glove first, bat second, like not really much of a bat guy. Was he going to be Austin Hedges? He's got one of the fastest pop times of baseball, but now the bat's coming along. He could be a very valuable part of this team.
Even if he's not driving the ball to the opposite side of the field, you could tell when a player has a different approach, right? And his approach right now might be middle away, but then we're going to react. And like how you said, he's staying back, he's letting it come to him. That's a little bit more noticeable right now. It's not fully corrected, but he's able to keep his hands inside a little bit longer, get behind the ball, just maybe a millisecond longer, and stay in the zone. And that equals harder contact and more barrels for Henry Davis. And it was super refreshing. Also just awesome to see for a guy like that has struggled so much throughout his short career. And I say emphasis on short, because he has not been a major league player for that long. And he was kind of thrown around the first couple of years with uncertainty of how he was going to be utilized. But all around, man, you had veteran at bats from IKF. You had productive bats from a lot of guys on the team. I know Key Bryan went 0 for 20 up until today, or 0 for 21 up until today, but he still had some productive outs. He still had some productive at bats. O'Neal Cruz is hitting the long ball. The metrics look a lot better in center field. They talked about him putting in a ton of work out there. The same issues are still there. Let's not fool ourselves, but let's be happy with the win and recognize when things are going well. And they went well this series.
One last thing on Henry Davis before we continue. I just pulled up the video, and I wish we could show this. Maybe we can tweet it out or something like that. But the video of his first RBI single against Zach Gallen that got the scoring started today. Zach Gallen kind of leaves a breaking ball up. Henry really, and this is where it seemed it was exaggerated that he was sitting on it. Maybe he was sitting breaking ball, right? But he was sitting back, and he was on that back leg, and man, he drove that ball up the middle for a single. Up the middle for him, it was more left center, but it got past the shortstop. It's just a great example of the adjustments that he's made at the plate and in the box. His feeling for the plate has definitely evolved, and it's been really fun to watch. I'll tell you what.
100%, man. 100%. Before we get into the game recaps, as I mentioned, Bart to the 7-day IL. Man, he got hit in the head like 3 separate times.
I'm not. It's crazy though, because like I saw him. He took a foul ball to the head, and he
took a bat.
There was a bat, and then wasn't there a diving play at the plate where he got hit as well?
Snapped. His head snapped up and down. So he's going to take some time on the 7-day. As I mentioned earlier, Endy is back with the club. Didn't play this series, but he will be with them on the West Coast. Isaac Mattson, friend of the show, optioned back to Indianapolis. He had a nice trip out to Arizona, and before they sent him right back to Indy. So he, again, I was happy with how his short stint went with the Pirates. Maybe we'll see him again later this year. Pirates win 6 out of their last 9, Scott. As I mentioned, all you can ask, playing some good Donnie ball on the West Coast.
Donnie Kelly, baby.
19 unanswered, so the bats are going. And then one quick update, something that we haven't been updated on a while that we heard today on the broadcast. No timeline still for Johan Oviedo. Still no live
I didn't
BP.
hear that.
Yeah, still no live BP. Still hasn't thrown to hitters. So keep an eye on that. Somebody who we thought was going to be a big contributor this year, could have been a leverage arm, could have been a back end arm. Oviedo, for the short time that he was with the Pirates when he was healthy, he was pretty good. So you can never have enough arms, but wishing him a speedy recovery. Scott, let's get into Monday.
Let's do it, Adam. Monday, this is where I thought this was a game to steal because you had Ryan Nelson, the 5-starter, who's bounced between the bullpen and the rotation. You could get off to a good start with the series. And you got Burns and Gallen after that. Doesn't get easier. But it went the opposite way. We got shut out, 5-0 loss. Heaney didn't have his best game, 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks, gave up 2 homers. ERA up to 3.41, had 9 whiffs. But I'll tell you what, the positive from this game, Braxton Ashcraft made his debut in the bullpen. And he finished the game, 3 innings, 2 hits, no earned, 1 walk, 1 K, 5 whiffs. Stuff looked nasty, man. And I think that he could be an asset in the bullpen. We've been saying this for since the end of last season, I think. So I was really excited to see him, and he looked confident up there, man. I mean, first at bat, I think he got a strikeout. So excited to see more Ashcraft. Cruz 1 for 3 with a double. Frazier went 2 for 4 with a double. Continued to stay hot. His average was up to 260. Canario goes 2 for 4, lifted the average to 242. Not too long ago, this guy was batting below 100. So it's really good to see Canario, turn it on. And I think since Donnie Kelly took over, specifically is when he started to really turn it on. He has the most total bags on the team, and it's not even close. 6 hits total, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, 8 left on base, 5 Ks.
Tuesday was the wild one in the desert versus Diamondbacks. 9-6 W exploded for 7 runs in the 8th inning off the back of Henry Davis, IKF, and Brian Reynolds. We had Mike Burrows take the hill, 3 1/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 2 Ks with a bomb, 63 strikes on 101 pitches. The bullpen consisted of Joey Wentz, Santana, and Bednar. Everyone did pretty well. Wentz 3 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned, 4 Ks. As I mentioned, Davis 2 for 3 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs, a home run, opposite field double. IKF came through clutch with a bases clearing double. Reynolds 4 for 4 was on base 5 times, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, 1 walk, and a home run. And then Canario, again, 2 hits as a team, 8 Ks, 5 walks, 12 hits, 4 for 12 runners in scoring position, 9 left on base, hit into 1 double play. Just a much needed win. I'll be honest, come the 5th inning of this game, I was about to say wrap it up.
Yeah, same here. That's why I fell asleep, man. And I woke up to a text from my dad saying 9 freaking runs. I'm like, yeah, I know. They're bad. And then I looked at my phone. I'm like, wait, we won? Because I saw you posted a 3-star graphic. And what I thought was poetic was I was looking through the clips, on the MLB app where it has like a story and you kind of can go through the game recap. Reynolds 4 for 4 with a double, like you said, and a homer. That homer was the one they were tied 6-6, put them up 9-6. Was off of Jalen Beeks.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny. But Henry Davis hitting a 432-foot homer off of Corbin Burns is like, it just makes it. I'm believing. I'm all in on Henry Davis. I'm bought in. I'm sold. Signed, sealed, delivered. Let's go. I'm on.
All right. Real quick. About a year ago, Scott said on another podcast, this is a jersey that they're going to be hanging from the banners in Pittsburgh.
I did say that.
You said they're going to hang the banner in the rafters. That's what you said.
Because he's a leader. He's a clubhouse guy. I still I now believe that again.
All right. Well, listen, they say we're too positive on this show, but we're proving them wrong right now. Okay. Absolutely. We're proving them wrong. Why don't you get us into today's game, Scott?
10-1 win, man. Was that our first double-digit scoring game this year?
I think they had one more.
One more. If they have another one, it's just one.
Yeah.
But Skeen 6 2/3, 4 hits, no earned runs, no walks, 7 Ks, just ace level stuff. 2.15 ERA, 15 whiffs. He looked just amazing today. And it was like nothing stood out to me. It was just what I expected from him. It was just classic Skeens. Ferguson came in 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, no earned, 3.86 ERA. Tanner Rainey 2/3 of an inning, no hits, 1 K. Ryan Baracki gave up the only run. It was a home run to Tim Tawa. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 earned, 3 Ks for him. Davis stayed hot. We mentioned already that first run that he got across the plate. He went 2 for 5 with an RBI, average up to 222. IKF 3 for 4, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs. That average is almost at 300. He's at 297. Cruz 1 for 5 with his 12th homer of the year and 3 RBIs. Just poured salt in the wound there at the end with that homer. Reynolds went 1 for 5 with a triple and an RBI, 11 hits total, 7 for 19 with runners in scoring position. That's something you don't see often. 5 left on base, 9 Ks. Man, it was Vince McMahon meme. I'm almost back in my chair. Like, oh my, like, give me more.
It was refreshing. I almost forgot what watching baseball was like and being happy while also I started watching the Red Sox Netflix.
Is that good? I haven't started yet.
Pretty good.
I want to watch it for Manny Valdez. That's my guy.
Yeah. Oh man, I've seen him make 2 errors already, and it's only
oh no. Is he playing second base?
Yeah, he's playing second base. He was their opening day starting second baseman, I believe. It was funny watching these Red Sox fans talk on their local radio and just being interviewed. They're the same. They're the same as us, but just way more spoiled. So baseball fans are the same everywhere. We're just built different. We truly are. Before we take a break, shout out to Total Sports Enterprises. Go to tseshop.com for Pirates, Penguins, Steelers, all the Pittsburgh memorabilia you could possibly need. Go get that Paul Skeens jersey that you've been dying to hang up on your office wall, Andrew McCutcheon signed bat, and much, much more. Go to tseshop.com. You can go find in the description of Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, a link that will let them know Bucco Banter sent you. So let's take a quick break right here, and we'll be back with our preview of the San Diego Padres. Scott, we continue the West Coast trip out in beautiful San Diego against the Fathers. 31-22, second in the NL West right now. They've been a little bit shaky as of late, so hopefully the Buccos can carry this momentum from Arizona over to San Diego. Friday, you got right-handed pitcher Nick Pivetta versus Mitch Keller. Pivetta this year, 5-2 with a 2.72 ERA and 56 1/3 innings pitched. 10 games, 63 strikeouts with a 1.01 whip. The Arsenal, you got a heavy four-seam usage at 49% of the time, sits mid-90s, and then that's complemented with a curve, sweeper, cutter, and a sinker. He's a durable mid-rotation starter known for his stamina, consistently pitches deep into games, providing stability to the Padres rotation. Boasts a career high 12.8% barrel rate, indicating his ability to induce weak contact, and a history of allowing home runs with a 1.7 home run per 9 rate in 2024. Pivetta has gotten off to a good start this year, so the Buccos will be in for one coming out of Arizona.
Let's go to Saturday. We're facing Dylan Cease. Will be the second time this year we're facing Dylan Cease. He will face off against Bailey Falter. 1-3 this year with a 4.58 ERA and 59 innings pitched, 11 games started, 72 Ks and a 125 whip. On May 2nd, he pitched 4 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 3 Ks, and a 9-4 San Diego win in Pittsburgh. Dylan Cease features a slider, four-seam, curve, change, and sinker. The slider, he throws almost 50% of the time, while the four-seam, he throws 37. Curve, change, sinker, all below 10% of the time. They're complementary pieces. He's a slider four-seam guy, like I said, with a high-octane fastball that sits at about 96.8 miles an hour, which sets up his secondary offerings pretty well. His slider is his primary secondary pitch, used to generate swings and misses. He has struggled with inconsistent command and being homer prone. Gotten off to a little bit of a slow start this year in San Diego, but that's what we got for Dylan Cease.
And then Sunday, right-handed pitcher Randy Vasquez versus Andrew Heaney. Vasquez this year, 3-4 with a 3.58 ERA, 55 1/3 innings pitched, and 11 games, 32 strikeouts with a 1.39 whip. Against the Pirates this year, he went 5 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned, 5 walks, 3 strikeouts, and a 2-1 San Diego victory over the Pirates at PNC Park. The Arsenal, you're getting a little bit of everything here. Cutter at 29% of the time, low 90s. The four-seam sits in around 92 to 93, and then you get a sweeper, sinker, curve, and a change. Vasquez utilizes a combination of fastballs to keep hitters off balance. His curveball is his most notable weapon, described as a big, sweeping 10-5 power breaker with significant spin, capable of generating swings and misses when executed properly. Back-end rotation piece here lacks a bit of the missing barrels. Command and control have regressed over time, but had a good outing against the Pirates earlier this year, not too long ago, in the classic 2-1 Pirates flop. So hopefully this is a revenge game for the Buccos.
Absolutely. This is a good matchup for them, man. I like the Diamondbacks. They're a pretty solid team, even though they're below the Padres in that division. But the Padres, they figure out how to win games. They're very competitive. They got Tatis, Jackson Merrill, some really, really big bats in that lineup. It's not going to be an easy one. Obviously, we saw that at PNC Park at the beginning of the month. So looking forward to a revenge series here at their place.
Real quick, let's go back to Henry Davis. Let's quick.
Come on,
in the last 7 games, he's hitting .400 with a 107.8 OPS. His strikeout rate, Scott, is at 13%. And he has caught 3 runners stealing. Are we seeing the breakout of Henry Davis?
Yeah, I think we are. I'm telling you, I'm all in. I think the confidence is only going to get higher, and we're gonna see this more consistently from Henry. He's a catcher one. I'm telling you. I know the discussion has been around him being a bust as a first overall pick, even though that draft was not very deep. Sometimes it takes longer for guys to figure it out. And I think he's going to be a very valuable big leaguer for a long time. I'm excited for Henry Davis, man. I'm really happy for him, and it's been a joy to watch over the past couple of weeks.
If there's one thing that you cannot deny with Henry Davis, is that he will work harder than just about anyone else.
Absolutely.
And that's going to go a long way, because we know the talent is there. It's the mental side of things. And as long as he keeps pushing, man, I think the sky's the limit. Again, I know we're really pushing it here with this narrative, but hey, we won a series.
I'm excited to see him and Endy working together here while obviously not excited that Bart's in the IL, but he's been kind of a liability defensively here. And I'm excited to just see what the combination of what Henry and Endy looks like in the next week.
Absolutely. Well, before we get out of here, this upcoming Saturday, or this upcoming weekend, they have the Padres. And then next week, we will have 2 live shows in one day, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
One day, June 7th. Mark your calendars. We're going to be back at Allegheny Coffee and Tea, British banter, as they call it, with the tea and crumpets outside.
Well, one person calls it.
I don't know, the word's spreading. We'll be out with a live show, 10 a.m. in the Strip District, June 7th. And then the 4 o'clock game that day against the Phillies. Right after, proper brick oven. They have a space outside. There's going to be an open bar, music, and a Bucco banter post-game show, which I am pumped about. Come get your drinks, hang out outside after the game. It's going to be sunny out. It's going to be nice. Enjoy the weather. Drink outside. Come talk Pirates baseball with us. Maybe we'll have some giveaways. I don't know. We're still working out the details. And then we're going to have another live show at Harp and Fiddle. Date to be determined, but it's going to be in the near future. So a lot of things planned. If you don't already, go subscribe to the YouTube at Bucco Banter, like, share, leave a comment. Go over to Instagram because it is buzzing right now. We got a lot of good videos that are posted to all social media. Make sure you leave a comment, share it with a friend, send it to everybody that you know. We appreciate all the support. And if you're listening, we love you. The best way you can support this podcast is leave a 5-star review. It takes 2 seconds and it means the world to Scott and I, for everybody out there that supports us. So until next time, raise it.
Raise it.
Best seats at the Pirates game, they let me run the base. Yeah, my time is like my money, cause I can't afford to waste. Wifey is a lawyer, take my date to my dates, or the steak by the plates and